Welcome back to episode 3 of Adam. Let's see what we are at. We were talking to a cannibal guy. At least, I think he's a cannibal. The man leans forward, and we haven't told him our name. Let's just it's fine. A debt collector like Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. I wonder who says that. Okay, I'll tell him my name. Well, nice to meet you, basically. Yes, nice to meet you. There's something else I want to ask you. Tell me about your profession. The man sighs heavily and bitterly looks at the glass in his hand. The glass seems miniature in comparison. Oh, my dear comrade, an opportunist is my profession. Once, long before all this disarray, I used to be a respectable man, a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Youth Teaching, a professor of Russian language and literature. My adoring students called me Innocenty Yevgenyevich. They never missed my lessons, especially the ones on the early works of Dostoevsky, on the works of Chernyshevsky and Shchedrin. They loved listening to me despite my slight speech impediment. Those were, you know what? I should probably not try to mimic a speech impediment, because then I'll start having a speech impediment. That's like, would that be crazy? Like, I don't. I need to not do that. I don't want to get one. So those were amazing authors, painters of human soul, the keepers of the high morals of the whole humankind, who were not afraid to look into the abyss of human meanness. I think I could be a hero in their novels. I'm a professor who put on the armor of a traveling debt collector, a bounty hunter named the educator. In this cruel world, even the armor I got only after taking it off an attacker, a low-life road bandit. You sure don't miss your opportunities, comrade professor. I even felt uneasy when I first saw you. Well done. I could say that. All the times, all the morals, the need forced an intellectual to choose the way of a reprobate and a scum. Shame on you. I'm not a judgmental person, so it's not my style anyway. Everyone survives the best they can. The story of your transformation doesn't touch me. Well, I'll say the first one. Educator smiles widely. I am glad that my story was met with understanding of another obvious intellectual. I'd love to ask you another question. What do you know about this place? I'm not following social politics, to be honest. I only visit the place for 2 reasons: to have a drink after a hard task, and to look for one comrade who also comes here occasionally. He's not a local. He promised me, I don't remember when, to give a very valuable thing as a gift: a collection of books and magazines for children and young adults. It may have been a long time since I stood in the pulpit, but I continue taking care about the intellectual future of the youth. But no matter how many times I come here, I don't see this man here anymore, and this torments me worse than the bullet in my hip. He promised me that means he owes me. What kind of debt collector am I if I can't collect this debt from him? A debt he owes to children. This is a tricky situation. Can I ask you something else? Tall tales, hearsay, rumors, I'd love to hear them. I'm a pragmatist, comrade. Life made me that way. I won't tell you a rumor, but a story. There are plenty of people working in the debt collecting business who didn't even consider doing something like that before the day the bombs fell. But there are also true professionals among us. I knew one of them. The people called him just the early bird. Why the early bird? Because he would get all the worms. With every task, he'd arrive to the place before any other collector could get there, and he'd kick the money out of the debtor. Once I had him in as my partner, we were to collect a debt from a gang of mercenaries who had taken money from one merchant for protection, but had refused to work for it when they learned that he planned to take his caravan through the cursed lands. What are those cursed lands? A strange place many days walk from here, in the north. I've never been there myself, maybe before the war, but I couldn't tell you for sure. They say some devilish things are going on there, just like in Gogol's novels. No detail though, just the rumors. I see. So what happened next? We were waiting in ambush near the headquarters. I was counting bullets, checking straps on the armor, and the early bird just got up and walked to the front door, right toward their sentinel, who pointed his gun. Here we go. Missing letters. Who pointed his gun at him. He himself had neither a knife or a gun, only a dead rat tucked behind his belt and a faithful hawk on his shoulder. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you that he had a tame hawk called Acathist. Ooh, that's a cool name. The sentinel stood in his way and said, "Who are you? Why did you come here?" And the early bird told him, I'm here to sell my rat. Do you want it?" And the sentinel answered, "What rat? Have you completely lost your mind, weirdo?" What did the early bird say to that? He said, "No need to be rude. Better take a closer look at what I'm offering you. It might come in handy." And then the early bird took his dead rat and threw it right in the face of the guard. And the hawk immediately flew off his shoulder to catch the treat. The guard started panicking, of course, and waving his hands, and eventually he shot somewhere without looking, of course. Acathist didn't like it one bit, so it ripped the man's throat out with its bare claws and pecked his eyes out as well. Holy shit. I want an eagle. After witnessing it... Wait, what kind of bird did I say? I already forgot. After witnessing it, the guys who were sitting inside returned their debt without a fight and even added a few extra rubles on top of it for the display of superior power. Jesus Christ. Dude, if I had a bird like that... Oh, 1 second. That's what some people can do. They can turn a god's creature, celebrated in the works of the great Maxim Gorky, this gracious hawk. Oh, it was a hawk, into a deadly weapon. These things happen. Sometimes even worse things. I've got another question to ask you. Tall tales, hearsay rumors. I'd love to hear them. Did we already go through this? Oh yeah, we did. Let's continue. Okay. Yeah. So I've got all that. So now I have a mission. See. I need to collect 5 toadstools from the for Katya from the tavern, though why she needs them is anyone's guess. So where the heck are they? Around the village. I heard that this band, Atomic Love Gurus, went on tour around the wastes. A traveling salesman showed me a bootleg album of theirs once. It was great. They sound like the Beatles combined with Bonnie M. Sad that I'll never hear them live. Oh, with Bonnie M. Said that I'll never hear them live. Okay, maybe you will. One more question, please. Mushrooms. To be honest, I don't really know. I remember they've always been around, but the older folks say they've never sprouted up in such quantities before the war. So who knows? Thank you. Interesting. Can I ask another question? Rumors. Okay, I guess. Харчевня. Харчевня. Where am I supposed to go? Like, seriously. Okay, so she wants toadstools, whatever, mushrooms. I guess. Oh, here's, okay, so she wants 5 of those, and I need to fight to get them. This is gonna be fun. Where are they? And I saw one, but so I can fight some spiders. I guess I have no choice. Nice. Not injured. Yeah. Very good. Ow. Sweet. Let's see what I won. Nothing. Not even rat meat? I guess not. Nope. Well, at least I get a mushroom. Okay. So I can plant crops? Nice. Let's look at this abandoned house. Very nice. This is gonna be my new home. Locked. Okay. Okay, how do I get 5 toadstools? They don't, like, if they don't exist. Okay, maybe can I plant one? Toxic 200. Nice. Okay. I didn't consume any toxins. What are you talking about? Okay. Maybe because I was punched or bit by the resistance. I think the fog of war means that's the map's at like the end of the map. But how do I get more toadstools? Let's talk to this dude and his sheep. Before you stands an old man sporting a mustache. He is wearing a foreign tracksuit. There's a flat cap on over his graying hair, and hanging around his neck are some old spectacles. He welcomes you with a firm handshake. Hey there, hope the monsters didn't bite you on the way here. Thanks, I had to fight a few though. See, it's dangerous to walk around here alone. There are monsters all around the village. This place is practically under siege. You know, they call them monsters, I mean, but there's just rats and like bees, whatever. This place is practically under siege. One thing is nice, they don't attack on their own usually, or I'd have a hell of a time cooped up in here. All those spiders, ants, rats, it's like they're symbiotic. A few more years and they'll form a political party. The man lets out a mirthless laugh and eyes surroundings as if looking for something. He then exhales and turns his head back to you. But anyway, see, I have this fire going. If you have any canned food or tea, you're graciously invited to cook it here. Use my pot if you will. Or just sit down and get yourself warm. And speaking of relaxation, if you by chance have a pair of dice, we might sit down and play for a while. I seem to have lost my own pair for some time ago. I'm not much of a gambling man, but I think it's a fun way to spend time. Well, I don't have any dice. How's life? Could be worse. I only recently learned what it's like to live alone. Bought myself a sheep, but what do you know? Bandits started raiding the place right after that. Had to cope somehow, but as soon as the mugging stopped scaring me, some monsters migrated here from the south. Giant wasps, huge ants, spiders of all sorts. I never even knew there were such beasts in the world, but at least it's not boring. There's that. It's kind of funny that they're talking about giant wasps, because right now there's giant bees or hornets or some shit like that from China invading us in America. So it's starting, boys. All we need now is a nuclear bomb. I see. Another question. Tell me about yourself. Before the bombs, I was a civil helicopter pilot. In the mountains, there were lots of settlements which were hard to reach by car, so I delivered food and medicine to all of them. I don't even know how they are coping now. Hope everything's alright. I see. Another question, maybe? What's new around the village? I'm living here independently, sort of. If I get sick, I visit Duck McQueen in the village. Sometimes I get water from them folks, but mostly I live on my own. It's more comfortable for me this way. Some like constant company, but some like to be alone. I'm one of the latter. I see. Heard any rumors? I heard of some adventuring type that buried a stash somewhere in this area. After that, I think he got shot or mauled or by wolves, and the stash is still there. I'd go and look for it, but I'm too lazy. So you're welcome to try and your luck in searching for it. I won't mind. So buried treasure. You see another question? I'm good. Okay. There's nothing. I don't have dice. So this guy is wanting dice. Okay. Let's take a look in here. I don't want your photo. Fuck. I'm poisoned? I mean, I feel like I'm robbing this dude. I want to take stuff, like, they'll just... This is his stuff. Poor dude. Oh, here's a mushroom. Okay, where's well, there's... I need 5 mushrooms, and there's... Got it, one. Damn. I did 9 damage? Jesus, one hit wonder. Okay. Sweet. I got another mushroom. Another mushroom. I'm gonna make some shrooms. Or eat some shrooms. I just need to find more. Like 3 more. It shouldn't be hard because this map is kind of small. The active map. Oh god. What's with the poisoned? Nice. Kicking is better, guys. Oh, I thought it said social worker. That's funny. It says scolia worker. Little rock formation here. What is the spiral doing here? Yeah, I wonder. What's with my status? It says poisoned, but Another one. I'm guessing they don't have anything. Let's talk to this dude. Before you stands a tall, gray-haired man in a scruffy-looking sweater, who looks at you suspiciously and without blinking. There's a knife in his hand that's pointing in your general direction. From the look of the fishing poles scattered in the shore, he was fishing before you arrived. Who are you? I don't know you. Get away from me. Whoa, calm down. I'm just passing through. Yeah, or that's what you're saying. I know you travelers from Adam. At the moment I turn my back on you, I will get knifed. The problem for you is I don't have any money or any food, so it's best you move along. Go con some of the townies. Freaking adventure. I just want to ask a question. The man has a short inner struggle before he finally puts down the knife and squints his eyes at you. Fine, let's chat. How's the fishing? Catch anything? Somewhat. This pond is pretty small, but there's plenty of fish here. The problem is that although dumb, even those critters learn over time, and now they aren't biting as fast as they did before. Can I fish too? You want to fish, eh? Well, maybe you can. It's just that you don't really know what the local fish like. They're really gourmets in these parts. No worms for them. They like bait made from all the critters around. The giant ants, wasps, and spiders. Well, there's plenty of those. The fisherman gives you a crooked smile and spits through his teeth. There's many of those mutants and freaks in these parts, but how would you know which of their limbs and organs are fit to make bait? I wager you don't know, I'm right. So here's what we're gonna do. Go to the nearest pub and get me something strong. For that, I will teach you the basics of bait harvesting. Just remember, I don't want anything they mix themselves. Normal pre-war alcohol only, and the harder the better. I'll think about it. Okay, well that sounds good. That's pretty legit. Tell me about yourself. I live alone. I fish. I set snares. I bow to nobody. And if you're interested in my pre-war life, I was a nobody, really, a simple taxi driver. When I learned about the first bombs falling, I quietly gathered my stuff and went into the woods. My wife declined to join me, and the first typhus epidemic got her. Sad to hear. Can I ask more? What can you tell me about the village? There's nothing to tell, really. I don't spend much time with the locals. I don't like their head, this Comrade Kovalyev, an old man who believes himself to be a sort of Tsar or general secretary, totally lost all grip on reality. His flock is molested daily by bandits and other folk. All he does is blink. An interesting opinion. Care to answer more questions? Heard any rumors? I heard there was acid rain due north of here recently. Plenty of years have passed since the war, but the repercussions of that evil are still with us. Here's my advice. Don't approach any suspicious heaps of rubbish without radiation counter, but red sickness is no joke. An alcoholic will try and cure it with vodka. A drug abuser is going to use ibuprofen, but the result will still be the same. Any health you had will be lost. Thanks for the advice. Can I ask more? How's life? Nothing special. I come to fish and that's it. Life is alright given the circumstances. There's fish to catch, mushrooms and berries to pick. Sometimes I even get bread and meat. The important thing is not to join any collective. So got fed up with all the people? The fisherman turns away and gives his surrounding a harsh glance. Finally he chuckles mirthlessly and turns back to you. Don't know how to put it. It's just I believe that when people come together, they turn into a herd, and a herd is only good for slaughter, if you catch my drift. It's not my style, therefore I'm a loner. Yeah. Intellect, that sounds like the solipsism thing Lenin always criticized. The fisherman nods respectfully. I see you are no simpleton. While I don't actually think the whole world exists only inside my consciousness, it doesn't change things. I don't like to cooperate with other people. After such an intelligent conversation, may I ask you another question? The man nods. I think I'm done with any questions. So I got a few things I gotta do, and I'm poisoned. Don't know like how to treat that, but I'm gonna have to go back to the village to get some maybe I can sell the waste paper. I haven't been able to collect anything, and I don't want to steal from these people. Before you stands a hardy woman with strict, large-featured face. She had an apron on over her dress. Hello, can I ask you some questions? Man, everybody has something to talk about. The woman puts her hands on her hips and nods sturdy. How's life? What kind of question is that? Like anywhere else, we work again, and then we work some more. Not like anyone else. Maybe even better than some. Around these parts, anyone will say the same. Okay. Tell me about yourself. Curious, aren't we? I tend to the household. My husband guards the village treasury. What else is there to say? Well, before the war, I had a field and a garden of my own. Nowadays, I'm not much of an entrepreneur. I'm not a young girl anymore, after all. But my love for work is still there, keeping me going every day. I got your point. Can I ask another one? What's new around here? Okay, I guess, and it's the... Wait, that's not what I guess I asked. How is it going around here? It's the main problem. If anyone asks, I didn't say it, but I think that our head, Comrade Kovalov, should retire. In his best years, he was quite the man. You could say he built the village himself, but his age shows more and more with each passing day. He can't cope with it like he used to. Why, just a few years ago, he wanted to build a vineyard, but buy some seeds from the traveling traders, build the arbors. But then the project just stopped in its tracks. First it was too arid, then the bandits came. Either he names his successor, or we have an election. But what we have now, it can't last forever. That's what I think anyway. I see. Can I ask another? Heard any rumors? I don't trust rumors. Especially those about the radiation that some people love to spread around. Radiation is the enemy, sure, but you need to know your enemy, not make up facts about it like Viktor Pelmenev from the Gosplan's village does. Pelmenev, really? One time he heard this story about... Oh, crap. One time he heard this story about talking ants. After that, he saw a 6-fingered chicken. Those who believe his Tall tales will live in fear, but those who will see that the teller is nothing but a mentally ill person will become more sober about this world we live in. Good for them, I say. I see. Okay, well, I better get going. Before you stands a thin, middle-aged man with a bony complexion. He is wearing a camo shirt and old track pants. On his head sits a Panama hat. His sunburnt visage projects immense boredom and fatigue. Hey, can I ask some questions? The man smiles and nods. In his dim eyes, there's a spark of interest for a moment. Just for a moment. Please. How's life? We work hard mostly. It's just been a couple of years since me and my wife moved here. In comparison with most other villages, this is a real paradise. Even the name Otradnoye suits it. The man looks at his blistered hands and quietly sighs. Well, it's paradise by the standards of this crapsack world anyway. Sure is. Can I ask a few more? Tell me about yourself. This probably sounds funny to you, but I'm part of the intelligentsia. Well, I was anyway. Before the war, I worked as a columnist in a small regional paper. I also took people on a sightseeing tours all over the region. Oh, damn poison. But now I do manual labor just like anyone else around here. Faith is a bitch. Can I ask somebody else? What's new around here? You're the newest thing around, it seems, sir. Sorry. I meant comrade. It's hard to shake off the old habits of speech. Now, our Dr. Mikoyan never cared to lose the old speech. He clings to the past and to the principles. I can respect that. No more news, huh? Can I ask some questions? Heard any rumors? One traveling preacher, one of those crazies, you know, the type that travels the world with gather garbage and speak nonsense. Well, he told me that once he heard a strange noise in the sky and looked up. You won't believe it, but he said he saw an eagle. It was flying circles in the air, and with him was a snake. Not as prey, but as a friend. Oh, okay. It had wrapped its body around the eagle's neck. Oh, a friend. The preacher told me that in the moment it was ecstatic. He said that the proudest animal brought the smallest animal, and both of them had traveled to look upon him and see if he was still alive. Okay. The man looks into the dusty beyond. He was crazy, sure, but he made me think. Am I alive or am I just a shell? A body without a soul, a machine? I don't know. The man turns to you and coughs with a shy look in his eyes. He's probably shy or even slightly embarrassed that he just said all that in front of you, letting slip some of his true feelings. I see. Can I ask something else? I have nothing left. Okay, so there's some toilet paper here. I don't know. Let's see if it's considered stealing. It is not considered stealing. I don't know how to fix a pump. I feel like having a stroll. Before you stands a tough, hard-looking man, aged 45. He's wearing an old sunburned shirt with short sleeves and hardy work pants. It's hard not to notice the white-black mustache on his strict face. Hey there, can I ask you some questions? Wait, is this the... Did I already talk to this guy? How's life out there? It's an okay living. We work hard and never dawdle. Isn't it great? Tell me more. There's not much to tell. I'm a simple man. I work a lot, and I wish everyone would do that. Work keeps the bad thoughts away and helps you sleep better at night. Another question? What's new? Is there anything New. If there's anything new, I tell you, but things tend to stay the same. Heard rumors. They say that there's some cult in Krasnos Namene city that helps honest folks. Sounds great, right? Still, I don't trust that kind of charity. Alright, cool. Before you stands a shortish woman with a kindly face. She's wearing a simple dress. On her head is a linen headscarf, which she wears like a bandana of sorts. Howdy. The woman gives you a warm smile and eagerly nods. It seems that she would love to chat. And a warm howdy to you too, young man. Ask all the questions you want. How's life? Well, at least good. Well, at least I think so. Some of the people are grumpy, like my husband, for example. They say it's no way to live with all them bandits and constant constant drought. But that's just the survival instinct speaking. In reality, other villages have it far worse than us. It's easy to fun to live in Otradnoye if you're not scared of manual labor, that is. You got that right. Can I ask something else? Sure thing. How's life? Nope, got that. Tell me about yourself. Oh, there's not much to tell. Well, before the war, I was a history teacher in the village school. I love history, though I've forgotten much of it, and I love kids. It's just sad how they grow up so fast. Me and my husband, by the way, we have 3 sons. They're grown men nowadays. Each went away his own way. The older one and the second one probably forgot us already. They never visit. Both of them are living in Krasnosnameni. I'd love to know what they do for a living, though. Back when he visited me, I asked my eldest son, "What's your job in the city? Does it pay well?" He just mumbled something like, "Keep calm, mother, everything is fine." Same story with my other son. They probably got the attitude from their father. He is also the silent type. Oh, God. Coughing up a storm. My youngest, on the other hand, he took after me. He's all smiles, and he loves to chat, but I'm worried silly about him. He is a caravan guard, I always nag him about it. I tell him to go live with his sibling in the big city. He just laughs it off, stubborn, just like his old dad. Okay. What's new, I think? There's always something new. Sometimes a cow gives birth. At other times the water tower stops working. We also got a trader who just recently came to live here right from Krasnonamene city. The woman approaches you and whispers in your ear secretly. And also recently our tech specialist disappeared. He's one hell of a drunkard. Sometimes he gets on such crazy binges it becomes scary. But this time, I'm sure he didn't disappear because of his bad habit. I think it was because he was bragging his last days in the village, bragging about she stares around before becoming a millionaire. Quite the mystery that, right? Just like something Sherlock Holmes would try to solve. Sure thing. Rumors. I heard from other gals that there's this place called Algier. It's sunny all year long, and there's women-only resort built there. Wow, must be amazing to get some rest in such a lovely place. It's just that my husband would never let me go, and even if he would, I would not trust him with a household for the time I'd be away, even if it's just a week. Now that's a trust issue. Can I ask something else? I'm good. Let's see. You see a thin, slightly stooped, but otherwise well-built middle-aged man. He's dressed in a dusty lab coat with the sleeves rolled up in a great cloth hat. Yes, you must be the local doctor. Bullseye, young man. Dr. McCoy, and at your service, but you may call me Constantine. I need your help, doctor. Well, what's wrong? Let me have a look at you. Dr. McCoy checks your pulse, your blood pressure, even your pupils. Afterwards, he steps back and rubs his chin. He looks worried. I have a drug that might help. Open your mouth, please. Now stick out your tongue. Drink it all down. It's a pre-war mixture that's helped many good people in its time. The doctor's wonderful pre-war mixture tastes like a blend of castor oil and whale fat. You barely stop yourself from vomiting it up on the floor, but a few minutes later, you actually start to feel better. The drug worked. Done and done. You are completely cured, young man. Please come visit me anytime you find yourself in a scrape. Thanks, Doc. Need something else? I'd like to buy some drugs. I don't want a drug. Listen, how about a small discount? I wanted to ask you some questions. Oh no, you don't, young man. You think I'm some kind of merchant you can barter with? Yeah, okay. Let's ask questions. Young man, I'm a doctor, not a criminal to be interrogated. But if you must ask. Okay, well, here we go. Intense. How do you like that reply? Okay. Very much so. I have no idea what to expect from one day to the next. My choices are to stop doing the job altogether or simply keep trying to cope. New strains of radiation poisoning, spontaneous mutations, untreatable infections. Some days I'm stitching up bite marks made by jaws never seen by a physician in pre-war times. Sometimes a patient arrives who puts all my years of medical experience into question just by the way he looks, or rather by how the mushrooms growing out of his back look. Mushrooms growing out of a person's back. Oh boy. The life of a communist doctor sounds pretty harsh, Doc. Can I ask you some more questions? Young man, I am a doctor, not some criminal to be interrogated. But if you must. Tell me about yourself. I'm one of the original residents of this place. I've been here ever since the collapse. Nothing else special about my biography, though, and thank God for that. Very concise. Good for you. Can I ask some more? How is life? Young man, I'm a doctor, not some bard strumming my lute and caterwauling about the idyllic village green. All you need to know is that life here is pretty calm, or as calm as one can expect in this world. The commune tends to my needs, compensates me for my labor, and I don't have that many patients anymore. In the old days, there were floods in the sick and mutilated stumbling through my door. The doctor glances over at a thick folder on his desk labeled death certificates. Right. Can I ask another question? Rumors. Young man, I'm a doctor, blah, blah. Some strange rumors from time to time. For example, I heard that the tavern proprietor adds toadstools to some of the spirits. Never touched the stuff myself, and I highly recommend you do likewise, yeah, man. The effects of this witch's brew might be unpredictable. Yeah, thanks for the advice. Another question. Young man, I'm a doctor. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so no more questions. Let's look at your drugs. So we got here. We got money. We got toadstool. Okay, I cannot afford it. But if that's the only way to do it, if I have to buy 2 more to do it, then you know what? Ooh, I have some money, but not enough to even buy 1. Actually, I have enough to buy just 1, but no, I'm good. Okay, we got stimulant, way too much. Antidote, also too much. Eprophenum, all this crap is too expensive. Nails. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Before you stands an old woman leaning on a cane. She's wearing a black dress and a black headscarf. Under her black eyebrows hide her black eyes. Jesus, everything's black about her. Still sharp and revealing the glimmer of youth. Hello, can I ask you some questions? How's life? We do not complain. The village has stood through a lot. It may seem like we don't have any willpower left, but I still believe that the people of this village have some fight in them. Okay. Another question. Speak. Tell me about yourself. I may not be able to remember how old I am, but I still remember my life. And I would not part with its stories to someone I don't really know. I beg your pardon. Fair enough. What's new around the village? If you are asking simply out of boredom, you will excuse me if I don't answer. Okay, aren't you full of answers? Any rumors? I would be better off if I hadn't heard them. Before it all, there was another life. Me and my husband we were given a set of silverware for a wedding. It was so amazing. Oh, such luxury it was. But nowadays, beautiful things that were once loved are worth nothing. I heard that in some village far away, some man made a whole lump of tellurium into nails. What the fuck is tellurium? Such a waste of precious metal, young man. Oh, the humanity. Okay. Is this the woman I talked to already? She's wearing a simple dress. I think I talked to her. Oh, I think this is the same one, unless they share faces. But it seems like they all have different portraits. But yeah, it's the same woman. Okay. Let's continue on. Oh, let's talk to this dude. I want to see what he's selling. So we have tea, salt, rounds, meat, scrap, biscuit brick, gunpowder, babushka scarf. Oh, it poisons? 5%. Custom sawed-off shotgun. Empty can. A hat. Zip gun. Oh, so the doctor actually healed me, but he didn't cure my poison, and I don't know how to fix that, or what effect the poison has on me. To be honest, I don't know. Okay. Okay, I don't need anything. Let's look at my... I still have to collect some toadstools. Let's see what else it says. Oh yeah, liquor. Okay, so let's try to buy some liquor if I can. I don't know if that's a good idea, because I don't have any money. Simple matter, a small job really. What I need for you to do is to bring me this book I ordered, but it's all the way over in Krasnoznamene. Abraham, the bookseller, has it at his store. I can't go get it myself because of my responsibilities at the bar. But I can see that you travel a lot, so if you ever find yourself in Krasnoznamene, maybe you can pick it up for me. If you do, I'll be sure to compensate you for the trouble. Okay. What's this book about? There was this writer named Tolkien who lived in England. Tolkien, which was a country way back before the war, and he kind of wrote fairy tales for adults. You know, I should probably call it science fiction, or maybe not. I'm no good with genres. Doesn't matter. The book is about another world. Okay. Anywho, I've always loved reading, especially if it's about something extraordinary, something fantastic, where there's robots and the Ring of Saturn and ancient Greek myths and all that kind of stuff. And then I was told this Abraham in Krasnoznamene can get me this Tolkien's book, and with a special translation too. Anyway, I drove to the city and ordered it, but now that it's arrived, I can't find the time to go pick it up. It's a deal. I'll do it. Wow, thanks so much. Here's the receipt for the book. Show it to Abraham and I'll give it to you. The bartender hands you a small, thick square of paper. On it, written in a formidable cursive, are the words, "The owner of this document, Radjenko, VA, or his legal proxy, may obtain a copy of The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, translated to Russian by Bobir Z.A. after handing over the transcript." Nice. Very, very cool. Alright, so I'm still hunting toadstools. Oh, I need some vodka. Man, you got me sidetracked. What's this guy? I need some. Let's see what kind of, let's see the menu. 18 rubles. I don't have any spare. Book of receipt, yeah. 18. The bottles. Let's see. There's this guy over here that was selling shit. Like the doctor? The doctor was selling some shit. Let's see. 9. Okay, the water bottle is 337 and 9. Let's see the other one. I should have read the prices. Yeah, it's one higher for each item at the doctor. But let's see if what's this guy? Okay, let me see. 2, 2, 6, and 7. Yeah, the doctor, I think he's the only one that sells anything. Let's look in here. I shouldn't say they all sell stuff. Okay, I didn't even come in here before. Gosh, I really don't want to talk to anybody like right now. I'm gonna skip on talking to these people till the next time. I'm just gonna go to the doctor. I think. You know, I know they don't sell anything, but I have to check the other places to make sure if those houses are persons of that are gonna sell something. Okay, they're just homes. So I'm gonna go to the doctor. And I'm gonna call it a night for now. Call it the day, or whatever time it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll pick it up on the next time.